UFC Baku Jamal Hill versus Khalil Rountree. These are my full card predictions and breakdown. I'm excited to break down this card and give you guys my predictions. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into the first fight of the night. So first fight of the night, we got Usman versus H Abdelwahab. And in this fight, I'm going Hamdi all day. I think Hamdi's a better striker. I think his grappling is also very solid. Usman, he's very stiff on the feet, and I don't really like how he stands. He looks slightly awkward when he's throwing shots and throwing combinations. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. First one was against Parkin, and his last fight he lost to Thomas Peterson, where Peterson was even having success on the feet against Usman. He was able to get him down a couple times. Abdelwahab, I do think he's going to be touching up Usman on the feet. I think he's going to be cracking him with big shots, and I do see him getting the win here. I'd probably say a decision win for Abdelwahab in this one. The odds, Usman is sitting at the plus 140, and Abdelwahab is sitting at the minus 160 favorite. I just see Hamdi getting it done. I think he's going to win the fight. I think he's going to be able to string his combinations better, and I see him even pushing up Usman against the cage for some reason. But I do see him getting it done in this fight. Next fight of the night, we got Ulanbekov versus Maksum. And in this fight, Maksum, he has decent striking. He's got all right pop on his feet, but I don't like the way he stands. He stands very straight up and down. He keeps his chin kind of high up in the air. Ulanbekov, very solid striker. He's got a good grappling base as well. And I do see him dominating the pace of this one. I think he's better all over. He's the all-around better fighter. I think he's going to be touching up Maksum on the feet. I think he's going to be hitting him with big shots. And I could see a finish for Ulanbekov in this one. I think Maksum's chin is there to get hit. And I think Ulanbekov could catch him with some decent shots on the feet. I could even see him using his grappling and being able to get this fight to the ground. So I do see Ulanbekov kind of just dominating this fight all over. The odds on this fight, Ulanbekov is a pretty solid favorite. He's the minus 450. And Maksum is the plus 350 underdog. I just don't see Maksum getting it done. He's coming off that loss against Charles Johnson where he was able to drop him in that first round. And then he ended up losing the next 2 rounds. But he's not terrible. He's 15-1. He's got a nice record on paper. But I think he's going to get chinned in this fight against Ulanbekov. Or maybe he gets grapple fucked. I don't know. I think the way he stands, though, that chin stands high up in the air, and I think Ulanbekov could catch him with a big shot. So I like Ulanbekov to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Alekseeva versus Claudia Syguła. And in this fight, I'm going to go Irina to get it done here. Both of these girls are coming off that loss against Melissa Mullins. And I like Claudia Syguła, she's all right. She's got a big, thick set of thighs on her, so maybe she'll be able to use those kicks. She does like mixing in her leg kicks pretty well. She's got kind of like a fast little, like, I wouldn't say she throws a lot of heat on the leg kicks. She kind of just flicks it out there. And Irina Alekseeva is, I would say, more of a power puncher. I think she's got stronger hands. I think she's quicker on the feet. And I see her touching up Syguła on the feet. I think she's going to be cracking her with the 1-2s, being able to touch her up on the feet. The grappling is kind of a toss-up, you would say. I don't think neither of these girls are that great on the ground, but I would kind of lean Alekseeva on the ground, but I don't see this fight going to the ground much. Maybe we'll see some clinch work and see some stuff up against the cage, but I do see Alekseeva being able to get it done. I think she's going to be able to touch up Syguła on the feet, and I think she's going to be cracking her with big shots. I think the power difference is going to be what changes this fight, and I think Syguła is not going to be able to like mix her combos together because I think she's going to be nervous of the power coming from Alekseeva. She does got decent pop on her shots, and I see her getting it done here. I'd probably lean a decision win for Alekseeva in this fight. The odds, we got Alekseeva is in at the minus 275. Claudia Syguła is the plus 235 or plus 235 underdog. Alekseeva, she should be able to get it done. I think she wins the decision. Next fight of the night, we got Daria Zheleznyakova versus Melissa Mullins. I'm going Melissa Mullins. These two fought before. Melissa Mullins was able to finish her in that first round. Melissa Mullins, I think she's better on the ground. I even think her striking's better than Daria in this fight. I can see her landing that jab. She's got a pretty solid jab, and I think she's going to be touching her up on the feet. And even in the grappling, I would say Melissa Mullins has the big advantage. Daria, she's got decent strikes. She's decent at range, but she's there to get hit, and I think Melissa Mullins is going to be able to touch her up, get her to the ground, and I could see her winning a unanimous decision. I think she beats up Daria in this fight. I could even maybe see a finish for Melissa Mullins, but I'm kind of leaning towards the decision. The odds, so we got Melissa Mullins sitting at the -235 favorite, and Daria is the +200 underdog in this fight. I think Melissa Mullins is going to get it done. I think she's better on the feet. I think she's better on the ground. I think she's better all over. So I'm going Melissa Mullins all day. Next fight of the night, we got Ismail Naurdiev versus Jang Young Park. And I was kind of back and forth at the beginning. You know, when I was thinking in my head, I was like, all right, Ismail Naurdiev, he comes forward. He throws some big, solid bombs. He's coming off that win against Bruno Silva. Jang Young Park, he's coming off that split decision win against Brad Tavares, where he looked solid. He looked pretty decent in that fight. Before that, he got that loss to Andre Muniz. But Jang Young Park, I'm leaning him to get the win here. Naurdiev, not a bad fighter. He's got decent strikes, but I do think he's going to gas out in this fight. I think Jang Young Park is more composed, and he's a little bit better at range, and I think he's going to be able to find his jab and just keep pushing Ismail, kind of putting him on the back foot, and I think eventually Naurdiev is going to start gassing out. The pace is going to wear down, and I think Jang Young Park gets it done. Do I see him getting a finish? I'm going to say no. I don't think Park is going to finish Naurdiev in this fight, but I do think Park gets it done. I think he's going to win it by a decision. I don't know. I think Park, I like his style. I like the way he mixes his combinations together. Park, he's sitting at the -185 favorite. Naurdiev is the +160 underdog. Naurdiev, I mean, I would say he does have a chance in this fight, but I don't see him getting it done. I think Park's going to beat him up. Next fight of the night, I'm excited for this one. We got Syguła Ko versus Orolbai Elliott. Ko, he's coming into the UFC from that Contender Series win over Cavalcanti, where he was the big underdog. He was a +380 underdog in that fight, and he was able to beat Cavalcanti by a unanimous decision. In this fight, he's a +300 underdog again. He's taking on Orolbai Elliott, who is a very slick striker. He looked very good in his last fight against Basil Hafez, and he's got good kicks on him. He mixes his punches up very well. He likes keeping it at range, staying very composed, and kind of just pinging his opponents apart from the outside. He got decent power, but I think this southpaw, Syguła Ko, is going to fucking knock him out. I'm going Ko to finish Elliott. I think he's going to be able to catch him with an overhand. I like the way he comes in and throws that overhand left. I like the way he throws that loop-in overhand right. It's kind of like a chopping down, mean right hand on this guy. He's got a mean left hand, and I see him finishing Orolbai Elliott. I don't know if I'm crazy. I might be a little crazy. Orolbai Elliott, yes, good striker, solid on the ground. He's very slick, but for some reason I'm seeing Ko to be able to finish him. I don't know. I think Ko's going to be able to knock him out. I think he's going to touch that chin of Elliott. I see him coming in, parrying out Orolbai Elliott's lead hand, and coming around with the big left hand. And I think he's going to drop Orolbai Elliott in this fight. And I think he's going to I think Ko is getting the KO in this one, so I'm going Ko to get it done. The odds, Ko is the +355 underdog. Orolbai Elliott is the -455 favorite. So everyone's expecting Elliott to win, but not me. For some reason, I'm seeing Ko to get the KO. So I'm going Ko. Next fight of the night, we got Naimov versus Bogdan Grad. Naimov is going to get it done here. He's a little slicker. He's faster on the feet. I think he's got more fast twitch muscles in him. He's good feints, He's got solid striking, and his takedowns are pretty solid. I like his wrestling. Bogdan Grad, he's all right. Nothing special in my opinion. He's kind of slowish on the feet, I would say. I think he kind of sits there to get hit. I think Naimov's going to be able to beat him up in this fight. I'm going Naimov to get it done. I think he's going to be able to use the grappling, push Grad up against the cage. I can see him even touching him up on the feet. So I'm going Naimov to get it done. The odds, Naimov is sitting at the minus 270. Bogdan Grad is the plus 230 underdog. Grad is coming off that win against Lucas Alexander. And Naimov is coming off that win against Ofli. I think Naimov's just a better fighter all around, and I think he's going to be able to beat Bogdan Grad in this fight. Next fight of the night, we got Nazim Sadykhov versus Nicholas Motta. Nazim Sadykhov, I like the way he hits. He's got very solid striking. He's got a good southpaw style. He throws some big bombs. Nicholas Motta, he's all right on the feet. He looked decent in his last fight, but I don't know. I see him getting touched up bad on the feet in this one, and I can see him getting knocked out. I'm going Sadykhov to get it done. I think he's going to be able to fucking nail Nicholas Motta in this fight. I think he's going to be touching him with big shots. He's going to be able to crack him on the feet. And I see Sadykhov being able to get the finish in this one. The odds, Sadykhov is the minus 430 favorite. Nicholas Motta is the plus 330 underdog. Sadykhov, he should be able to get it done in this one. Sadykhov all day. Next fight of the night, we got the fight that I'm most excited for. Orolbai versus Tofik Musayev. Orolbai, durable motherfucker. He's got a fucking mean chin on him. He's got good striking, good grappling. He's pretty much very solid all around. He's coming off that loss against Rebecki, where he lost that split decision. He was able to get touched up on the feet, and I did think he lost that fight for sure. But Rebecki is a very tough guy, so that's not a bad loss for Orolbai. Tofik Musayev is good. He is coming from Risen. He was fighting in Bellator. And I like this guy. I like Musayev. And for some reason, I'm going Musayev to get it done. I like the way Musayev comes forward. I like the way he throws those fucking looping shots. Yes, Orolbai, I would say, maybe has the slight grappling advantage, but I don't know. Tofik Musayev, he's got decent takedown defense. He brings a lot of pressure in his fights, and I think he's going to be able to touch Orolbai on the fucking chin. I don't know. I'm seeing Tofik Musayev to chin Orolbai in this one. Yes, we've seen Orolbai take a lot of shots, take a lot of damage, keep coming forward. This guy's got a lot of toughness on him, but I think that ends Saturday night, and I see Orolbai getting knocked out by Musayev. I'm going Musayev to get it done. Excuse me. The odds on this fight, we got Orolbai sitting at the minus 157 favorite. Musayev is the plus 137. For some reason, I do see Tofik Musayev getting it done. I don't know if I'm fucking nuts, but Orolbai, I think he's going to be there to get fucking touched on the feet. Yes, his grappling might be a little concern, but I don't know. Musayev, he comes forward and rips some bombs, and I think Musayev is going to get it done. So I'm going Musayev to get it done. I think he's going to be able to knock out Orolbai in this fight. Next fight of the night, we got Curtis Blaydes versus Rizvan Kuniev. Kuniev is coming off that win on the Contender Series. We was able to win by a TKO. But in my opinion, I'm not impressed by Kuniev. The guy who was fighting kind of gassed out in the first round. Curtis Blaydes, I think, is on another level. I think, do I love Curtis Blaydes? No. Do I think he's the better fighter in this one? Absolutely. I think Curtis Blaydes is going to be able to use his wrestling. I even see Curtis Blaydes, he's been developing his boxing. His striking's been looking better in his past few fights. Yes, he's coming off that loss where he got KO'd by Tom Aspinall. But I'm not worried in this fight. Kuniev is no Tom Aspinall, and I don't see him chinning Curtis Blaydes. Curtis Blaydes, I think he's going to be able to push the pace of this fight, and I think he's going to be able to get Kuniev to the ground. Kuniev, he's all right on the feet, but I don't see Curtis Blaydes really getting beat up on the feet. I think, if anything, Curtis Blaydes will be able to see him touching up Kuniev on the feet. Curtis Blaydes is a very good wrestler, and I see him being able to get this fight to the ground, and I can see him grinding out Kuniev to a decision. I like Blaydes to get it done. I like his striking. His grappling is where he's going to shine in this fight. The odds, Curtis Blaydes is the minus 234, and Kuniev is the plus 199 underdog. Curtis Blaydes, I think, does get it done in this fight. I think he's going to be able to beat Kuniev all day. Next fight of the night, we got Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Bahamondes is coming off that submission win against Jalen Turner, where he looked very solid. Bahamondes is on the rise, training with a lot of good fighters. He's training at VFS Academy. Bilal's around. Rafael Fiziev is on a 3-fight losing streak. Justin Gaethje, Gamrot, and then Gaethje again. Fiziev, do I like how he fights? I do. He's a powerhouse. He throws some nasty kicks. He throws some flashy shit. He got big power shots that he throws. His wrestling's pretty solid. But I see Ignacio Bahamondes winning this fight. I think Bahamondes is going to be able to touch him up at range, ping him apart on the feet, and I see him getting it done. I think Ignacio Bahamondes is that young up-and-coming prospect that is going to shine in this fight, and I think he beats up Fiziev in this one. Bahamondes, he's got good jiu-jitsu as well. I don't think the ground game is going to be a big worry, and I see him beating up Fiziev in this one, and I think he's going to kind of tear him apart. I think Bahamondes is going to show that he's that dude, and I'm going Bahamondes to beat Rafael Fiziev in this one. The odds, we got Fiziev is the plus 110. Ignacio Bahamondes is the minus 130 favorite. I like Bahamondes to get it done. I like him to win this fight, and I think he's going to be able to touch up Fiziev on the feet. Is Fiziev a fucking savage? Absolutely. Do I see him beating Bahamondes? I don't see it. I see Bahamondes getting it done. Now, on to the main event. We got Jamal Hill versus Khalil Rountree. Jamal Hill, decent wrestler. I don't really like how he stands on the feet. Khalil Rountree's kind of got that nice Muay Thai style striking. Decent takedown defense. He's coming off that loss against Pereira where he got fucked up. Let's be real. He got fucked up by Pereira. But Jamal Hill in this fight, I see him getting chopped down. I think Khalil Rountree's going to beat him. I think Khalil Rountree's going to be able to mix in those leg kicks. I think he's going to be able to touch him up on the feet. And I see him chopping down Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill, could he maybe take him down? Try to push him up against the cage? Maybe. But I don't know. I don't see it happening. I think Khalil Rountree is going to look very good in this fight. I think Khalil Rountree is going to be touching him up on the feet. He's going to be nailing those leg kicks. He's going to be chopping him down. And I even see him fucking nailing him with some big shots on the feet. And for some reason, I'm seeing Khalil Rountree to get a finish in this fight. The odds, pretty even line. Minus 110 for Jamal Hill. Minus 110 for Khalil Rountree. So, very even line. Khalil Rountree, I do think gets it done. I don't know. Jamal Hill, I'm not too hype on Jamal Hill. I think he's going to get fucked up by Khalil Rountree. I've always liked Khalil Rountree, and I think he beats Jamal Hill in this one. So I'm going Khalil Rountree to get the KO over Jamal Hill, and I think he chins him. I think he's going to be chopping him down with those leg kicks, and I think he's going to find a big right hand or something. I think something big's going to happen for Khalil Rountree in this fight, and I think he chins Jamal Hill. So those are my full card predictions for UFC Baku, Jamal Hill versus Khalil Rountree. And I'm excited for this card. I feel like we're going to have a lot of decent fights on this one. I'm excited for the main event. And I'm excited to see Khalil Rountree absolutely chin Jamal Hill. But make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.